This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking Moonology. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. When I was a little girl, I fell in love with our moon, and ever since, I have been energetically drawn to moon energy. I have studied Moonology for quite a while, plus I enjoy teaching others about the different energies of each moon phase. Then combining that energy with our current moon sign, and you will come away with a great understanding of how both these energies will combine to influence each of us in unusual ways. If you like my content, please subscribe, like, and share. That's right. Today we are talking Moonology. We are talking about our new moon in the sign of Aries, March 21st, 2023. But let's go back a day. I know. Let's go back. So yesterday, March 20th, we had our March equinox, and it is a great time. It's kind of that equal time. The sun is right over the equator, and so we're kind of getting warmed up in the northern hemisphere and kind of cooling things off in the southern hemisphere. But it's a great day to kind of find that balance. And I guarantee you, balance is what you're going to really require for this new moon. Not in a bad way, just we're going to require a little bit more balance because we've got that equinox going on as well. So let's talk about the Aries energy. Aries energy is all about kind of warming things up, the passion, the kind of like getting things out. Let's let it grow. And we already starting to see that in the summer in the southern hemisphere. Things are kind of like going to sleep, kind of like fall time, but in the northern hemisphere, they're just starting to like wake up and kind of finding that balance of just like, let's wake up, let's get refreshed, let's do something different. And that's the way our energy is going to be feeling. The best way to kind of combat this is to stay busy. If you are having a lot of frustration during this time frame, make sure that you're staying busy. I guarantee you frustrations are going to come up, but the busier you are, and didn't mean like busy constantly, be busy, do things, have things set aside or things that you can put into this time frame. And then also during this time frame, you may also be feeling like you're like being pushed, being kind of like you have to stay busy, and it's one of those, or solve this problem really fast. And that's kind of like a no. If there's something that's coming up that you really feel like you need to put some thought to it, put thought into it. Put that energy in the right place of, let me have some time, let me think about this. What do I want to do? What do I not want to do? How do I want to deal with this? How do I not want to deal with this? That's a really great way to come about this. Because that Aries energy will kind of give us a little bit of a push, and sometimes it gives some of us a little bit too much of a push. But we've also got, during this time frame, our full moon, our new moon at this time is called a worm moon. And it's really because the earth is kind of warming up enough in the northern hemisphere that we are going to be having those earthworms and all those worms starting to come around. Now, you may not have been as frozen as some other parts, but this is a great time of kind of like renewing that earth. You think about worms in the soil, kind of like bringing through that energy, kind of aerating things and kind of amping up that energy and really warming up our earth and kind of getting ready for our spring growth. Because all of a sudden, without us knowing about it, all of a sudden our plants are going to be starting to pop out. It's like, boom, here we go. We're ready for all of this. And this Aries energy is going to be pushing us to make decisions quickly. Make sure you do it slowly and take your time. There is no rush on that part. Stay busy, but doesn't mean that you have to be constantly busy all the time. So let's pull some angel cards and get us a little bit deeper insight into not only our Moonology with our new moon in the sign of Aries, but about our spring equinox and kind of maybe some of the things that are coming up during that time frame. I got a couple of cards popping here. Here we go. First one is ideas and inspiration, and this is a great one. This is a great one to kind of really think about, what do we want to bring in? How do we want to bring this in? How do we want to bring this energy forward? How do we want this to come about for ourselves? This is a great thing to kind of like pre-thinking about things and kind of rechanging our thinking, upgrading things. This is about forgiveness. If there's anything in that you need to let go of, and I think a lot of times we kind of push ourselves. So I kind of feel like it's maybe take time for yourself And it's okay. It's not necessarily being selfish. A lot of people think, oh, it's being selfish. Nope, it is so not. It is about taking some time for you and kind of getting your calendar straight. Take this time to really reset what you want on your calendar. We've got our March equinox, and then we've got our new moon in the sign of Aries. So let's push that energy into pushing our calendar. What do we want to do? Are we making time for ourselves? Are we adding a little bit of time that we can kind of have our own break? If not, make sure you're putting it on there. Our next card is all about abundance. We are going to be feeling that all over the place as the ground starts to warm up and plants start coming to life and blooming and all of those things. So we're going to be kind of ready for that energy to step forward and to bring in some amazing new spring energy for us. Okay, last one, celebration. This is a great time to celebrate, and people celebrate all over the world, especially our March equinox. People celebrate all the time. This is a huge one. Taking the time to celebrate our equinoxes, our solstices are really a great way to kind of connect to our ancestor energy and pushing that amazing energy of what do we want to fix? How do we want to change this? Where else do we want to go in our world? And really taking the time to really reset our clock during this time frame, our internal clock. What are we going to redo to how are we going to do that? And for me, I will tell you, this is taking some time for myself. This is taking some time with my calendar and kind of finding that balance of what I require doing and what I require doing for others. It's always a great time to reset your calendar and you for the spring. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.